What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is MotionAutoTv, and it's the home of
home of the half price car?
No,
home of the box car?
Well, no, it's part of that.
Home of the project cars?
What I'm gonna say is that we got way too many project cars. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time to do it. I don't think we do enough giveaways, so
plow some more onto them.
Here we are. So. Yeah. Right behind us is 7 project cars that you guys have a choice to pick. The total is going to be about 7. There's one more in the shop, and there's 2 mystery ones that basically I haven't bought yet. This is great for me because I love buying. I love buying.
I love what we're doing, but it kind of helps the giveaway standpoint. So,
you know, I want to buy project cars anyhow, so we might as well get rid of them. So, the point of this video is I'm kind of in a pickle. So the shop is it's not the same. We're basically the new owners and the things, and I'm just not happy here. I've been here for 7 years, and I'm kind of feel like I'm just like stuck. I'm like buried under my own bullshit. There's so much stuff in there. There's so many distractions. The videos don't look good. You guys aren't excited to watch them. I could tell because you guys don't watch them. But you know, and even like I'm almost not even excited to work on anything anymore because I have so much stuff to do. I don't even know where to start. So my brain is frazzled. Sean's frazzled. The shop is frazzled. The new shop owners are they're fucking cats. How about that? We're just gonna say that. We found a new shop that is a lot smaller. So basically what we're trying to do is downsize. I have way too many project cars, not enough time, and we like doing giveaways because they help us pay the bills, and we got plenty of those. So if you guys want to get entered for a chance to win one of 10 project cars, your choice of these project cars, head over to MotionAutoTv.com, and if you become a member, you get 10 times entries for the entire giveaway. So that means if your membership is $25 a month.
VIP membership.
VIP membership. So it's billed monthly, and you get a physical product shipped out. We ship out like hats, stickers, t-shirts, mugs, all kinds of stuff.
Different stuff every month.
Basically, you get a physical product every month. It's $25, and with that, you get 250 entries. If you buy a t-shirt, it's 30 bucks. That's an additional 300 entries.
On top of your normal.
If you don't want to become a VIP member, if you don't want to do any of that, every dollar you spend is 1 entry. So if you buy a t-shirt, we're doing great shirt, 30 entries. But if you're a VIP member, 250 entries for your membership per month. So it's going on for 2 months, so ends December. So basically 300 entries if you're a VIP plus the 250. So it just makes sense to be a VIP member. Basically what we're trying to do is get people kind of front loaded onto the VIP membership, so that way we don't have to do giveaways all the time. So that way we know we got money, we could build cool cars, we could do stuff. And basically the whole
focus more on content. And
yeah, I just want to get back in the shop. I want to start working on stuff. I want to be less stressed out. And you know, with the giveaway stuff, man, you got to sell a lot of stuff to break even. Exactly. And we learned that on this last one, which again, I appreciate everybody for getting entered for a chance to win the Telluride or the cash. Winner will be announced shortly, or was already announced. But let's get into these project cars. Which one's your favorite? Talk to them.
You know, I really like the C10. So we have a big block C10. What is it? It's a 468.
So right? This is a 468 big block. This is, I think it's a 1965 single cab, short bed, fleet side. So this is probably the most desirable one, other than it's not a 69 or up, or 67 and up. That's the newer body style that a lot of people like. Personally, I like this front end on these ones a lot better. So basically what we have is a 468 big block. It started its life as a 454. It's basically bored over. It has some flat top 10-to-1 compression pistons. It has a big, like a big roller camshaft. It has a intake manifold, Holley, like I think it's a 750cc CFM carb. It's got some nitrous. We haven't hit the nitrous on it yet. A turbo 350, big aluminum radiator. It's been lowered. It has disc brakes, and you can just see how simple it is in the engine bay. These are like a little bit of wiring, a little bit of brakes for the brake switch. So simple. You turn the key, this thing freaking runs every single time. It's basically primered black, and it's a really rad truck. It's in good shape. The frame looks good. It runs and drives and shifts and fires up, and it runs great. Check it out. I mean, you guys will probably see some B-roll. So also the point of this thing is over the next month and a half, basically is how long we have of this giveaway, is we're gonna be like upgrading and kind of going through the cars. So like this thing, we'll probably make a whole video of just like touching stuff up, putting the headlights in it, maybe putting a carpet kit, or you know, just something like that with kind of each vehicle as we go along.
So moving on.
Then, second one, as you guys know, that me and Sean did the Ranger Challenge. We technically still need to do the road course portion, but I won the burnouts, he won. Right now the engine is a little bit hurt. I think it burnt a valve. So
yeah, there's no compression on one cylinder.
Getting ready to pull the cylinder head off of this thing and basically redo it. But if you guys have been watching the videos recently, this was a big focus of the channel for a little while. Yeah. This is basically a 99 Ford Ranger, single cab, short bed, cool looking Ranger. It's got a 5-liter out of a 97 Ford Explorer, 5-speed manual transmission out of like a 95 F250 truck. So the F250. Okay. 250 because they got the big gears in them. And So yeah, basically we have the Max Speeding Rods Turbo on the roof. It's on like 9 pounds of boost on E85. It has some 80-pound injectors, HPX mass airflow sensor, Deechworks fuel pump. This thing runs great. It probably makes like, you know, 300 and some horse, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. It'll do rolling burnouts in 3rd gear, and it's really fast. It's a lot faster than Sean's Ranger.
That's why yeah, I won the drag race.
Well, it didn't hook up on the drag race. I didn't have slicks, so
neither did mine.
We're gonna do that. The next thing, how about you tell us about this? So this was actually Sean's a couple years ago.
So I bought this thing, I think in like 2017, I think, 2017. I actually drove it home, so it had the 2.3 automatic. Sounded terrible. I was like knocking, making a bunch of noise. Well, come to find out, I ripped it all apart. The flex plate bolts were actually loose into the crankshaft, so that was what was making the noise. Kind of really walled out the holes in the flex plate. I kind of worked on it for a little bit, stripped it all down. As you can see, that, you know, it's just a shell right now, and that's kind of when I went on vacation. So when I went on vacation, I actually sold this thing to Trevor so I could buy myself some food while I was on vacation. Well, here this thing is.
Yeah,
Trevor has it now.
He was traveling for a little bit.
I was traveling, yeah.
So anyhow, basically the plan with this is a shell. It is an 89 Fox body notchback Mustang, which
sought
is
after,
really sought after.
Exactly.
It's a Colorado car, like no rust, no
yeah.
issues with the frame rails, nothing like that. It's a super clean, straight car other than a few little hell dances. No engine, but I have an LS cross member. I have a 4.8 tubular cross member with tubular control arms in the front. I have a 4.8 LS motor out of a Silverado truck, and I have a 2-wheel drive 4L80E. And so basically, kind of what we're gonna do is this is gonna be like a package. So again, project cars as is, whatever you guys want to do with them. So this is a great option. So basically what we're probably going to do is put that cross member in it, bolt in the 4.8, bolt in the LS, and basically, all right, maybe throw some primer on it or something like that. You know how much time we have. Yeah. Kind of depends on what you guys want to see us work on most over the next like month and a half, because that's pretty much what we're going to do is focus on cleaning up the shop, getting rid of a lot of stuff. And should we tell them about the big Motion Auto sell-off?
Yeah.
So since the giveaway ends on December 31st, what we're going to try to do is get the winner and everything selected and picked out, and kind of have a big sale. So we're planning on moving into another shop on January 1st and basically keep this lease for one more month and do a month-to-month lease, and then basically take everything that we want to keep, move it over there, organize everything, clean it, paint it, new stuff. And we're basically just gonna pull out a bunch of parts, wheels, tires, suspension, super parts, 240 parts, all kinds of stuff, and just sell it. So, and basically have like a big open house where you guys will be, the public will be able to come here. You can buy some t-shirts, you can hang out with us. We might have some hot dogs depending on how cold it is. If, you know, it's gonna be rain, shine, or snow. It's gonna be January here in Colorado, but basically we're gonna invite everybody to come out and buy my stuff, because I want to downsize. I have too much stuff, way too many parts, so it's gonna be like a hoarder's edition.
Yeah, and this is gonna basically help us kind of scale back with all of the stuff we have and be able to start with a clean slate, with a clean shop, you know, organization tools and everything. We know where everything's at, so we have better content for you guys, better video quality and stuff like that, so we can focus on, you know, 100% of effort into one project instead of 10% of effort into 10 different projects like we've kind of been doing.
As you guys know, I feel like there's just spread too thin. I got too much stuff going on. There's too much stuff for, basically right now it's just me and Sean now. So it's not, we have nobody else working for us. So it's me, Sean, and Jamie doing the merch, the builds, the video editing, all that other stuff. Charles might be doing some video stuff for us soon. But yeah, so we're kind of in the big downsize, and I figured out that basically my overhead spending, I was just spending too much money a month, and in turn then we have to do giveaways because I have so much things. So what we're trying to do is just downsize everything. The thing is, we're gonna sell these cars, so I'm gonna get to pick two.
The winner of the giveaway picks whatever car out of the whole entire horde of them.
And I get to keep two.
He gets to keep two for future builds, for content, and then the rest of them we're selling. So that's another thing, if you guys are interested, you know, after this giveaway is announced and after the winner's announced, whatever's left, if you're interested, let us know. If you want to come down for the sale on the 15th, they'll be here for sale. If they're not already sold by then, January 15th.
January 15, 22. And so basically we're gonna sell 7 or 8 of the project cars. I'm gonna keep 2, and let's move on down the line.
All right.
So here is the 04 Nissan 350Z. This was the budget track car that we did the track car and we blew it up. Again, these are project cars, but we are going to replace the motor, so this is going to be a running, driving car. It should have bumpers on it, it should have some other stuff, but this is going to be a really cool car, I think.
Yeah, a lot of fun at the track, so much fun.
It may or may not have coilovers, kind of the same situation, but yeah, this thing essentially should be a running and driving 350Z at the end of this thing. Move on to this thing. It's super rad. Honestly, like, you guys have not seen this car. I've had it for probably, what, 6 months? Yeah. 6 months. It's been hanging around the shop. I bought it when we first started messing with the Evo, and I just knew I wasn't gonna start working on it. Do that, and then pop the hood. Pop the hood. Hey, what are we driving? What are we driving?
What are we driving?
This thing is super cool. It's a 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse, 2G Eclipse, which these things are getting super rare and hard to find that are clean. So this was originally the front wheel drive one, but check this out. So this thing actually has, I think this is an Evo 5 or an Evo 6. Pretty sure it's an Evo 5 engine. So it's a 4G63 out of an Evo, and so you could, the valve cover and the head is on this side, whereas the 4G63s that come in these 2Gs are normally over here. It has the 5-speed manual transmission out of the Evo 5, and you have to do that to get the transfer case to go back. So this is basically going to be an all-wheel drive Evo swapped 2G Eclipse, which is really cool, because as you guys know, the engines that came in these things, they're just not as good as the Evo engines, the transmissions and all that other stuff. So really rad swap, really cool thing, but look at that.
And mileage on it?
So this thing has 118,000 miles on it.
This is probably one of the cleanest ones I've ever seen that hasn't been rebuilt or repainted.
The carpet is so, like, the carpet looks brand new, the dash looks brand new, there's no, it's just crazy how clean this car is. Clean title, all that stuff. Then we have the 03 Acura RSX Type S. If you guys don't know, the prices of 350Zs, 2Gs, and these things are going up, and Rangers now, and Fox. Basically, the price of everything has been going up recently. So this is kind of like a mini gold mine for Trevi, and I kind of need it. So this is the 03 RSX Type S. It has 220,000 miles on it. We took this thing to the road course, and it didn't even skip a beat. Kind of the plan with this is kind of clean it up a little bit more. Obviously, put the interior and everything back in it. That's the legendary K20 A2. It's a little bit dirty, but again, project cars. And honestly, this one is more of like a daily driver weekend track car if you wanted it to be, but it's going to basically be pretty stock depending on what we end up doing. We might go to the junkyard and grab like like the CRV control arms, bolt onto these in the back. So we could build like a little budget all-wheel drive thing, or like at least have some pieces to kind of include with it. So that's another option. This is the final one that we have outside. Like we said, we have one more inside we'll talk about. This has been my personal daily driver for the past like 3 years. This is a 08 Saab 9.3 Aero Sport Combi wagon. So this is a turbo V6 6-speed manual front wheel drive wagon. So it's kind of like a really rad dad wagon. It has like the xenon headlights that like turn with the road, but that doesn't work. It's got an intake, a tune, and an exhaust. It makes about 400 foot-pounds of torque and about 330 horsepower. Yeah. And honestly, it's crazy how quick it is. Like just driving it around town, it drives like a V8. You could pull it into 6th gear and do 45 miles an hour at like 1200 RPM, and it has torque. Or you get on the highway and it'll freaking spin the tires in third getting on the interstate. So it's a really cool car. It really is. Also, it's a wagon. It has dual climate control, heated seats. It has a lot of features. It's a really loaded car for what it is. And it's just one of those things. I've had it for so long, and I feel like this daily is like holding me back. I think as a car guy, you want to have like, I'm in the constant search for daily, even though I don't need a daily. And now we have the Evo wagon, and if I keep this thing, I'm gonna keep driving it and not do anything cool. And I've had my fun with it. I've had it for 3 years. So I guess let's head inside and we'll show you guys the next one that is kind of up on the chopping block. How about that? So the next one is kind of hard to get to, but again, the prices of literally everything has been going up.
Inflation.
But S chassis. So up on this lift right here, this is a 95 Nissan S14, and probably the cleanest shell I've ever started out with. And it does not have a title, but basically what I did is this is the first car that I ever caged myself. So it has kind of a replica of the FD legal cage in my S14. It has some extra lightweight stuff, so it has the door bars that go out into the thing. But basically it's a rolling shell right now. But what I am gonna include with this, so it's a caged S14 shell, but what we have over here, come on over here. So as you know, K-Series swaps are really rad. I've been wanting to do a K-Series in an S chassis for a while. And so I've just, as I go along, as I go about my daily routine, I'm on Facebook Marketplace. I'm on, like, my friends post stuff for sale or pieces of their swap kit. So what we have right here is a K24A2, which is the good K-Series. This thing's worth probably, what, 1,100 bucks just by itself. Yeah. Then we have a PMC adapter plate to a BMW ZF transmission. And then I have a Toge factory engine swap mount and the oil pan for this thing to make it rear wheel drive. So basically the only thing this thing really needs is a clutch disc and a pressure plate.
Brand new, isn't it?
A clutch disc and a pressure plate. And then that whole street faction thing, I think we needed like a Type S pump for the oil thing, and then the timing stuff. Other than that, like we could pretty much like bolt that setup in the S chassis, and it'll be like a K swap, not running and driving yet, you know, but like again, I'm gonna have like some random wiring, I'm gonna have some random parts and pieces laying around. So like if somebody comes here and they say, hey, I want the S chassis with the K-swap in it, it's be like, all right, what do we have laying around that I could throw in?
We can throw in for you, yeah.
I got fenders, I got bumpers, I got spare diffs, I got axles, and just kind of like almost kind of clean house on that project. All the stuff that I've been gathering over the past.
That project that we're not going to use, if somebody chooses it, then we're just going to include it.
Exactly, and it's like realistically, like I have so many of these projects just like going on. As you guys know, like Brant from PF5 Speed, it's like he always has something laying around, and that's pretty much how I am. I have so much stuff literally just laying around. So also we have a K20 for this too, so if somebody wanted a K20 in there instead of the K24. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think that's about it. The other two things, so that's 8 cars total. So then we have 2 mystery cars that are basically in the rules. And so as of right now, the rules were written and published on the website the day, actually not even less than a minute after the Telluride giveaway ended. So everybody who has already been a VIP member is already entered for a chance to win this whole array.
Just for being a member.
And we also have a private Facebook group. So if you are interested in becoming a VIP member, click the link in description, head over to MotionAutoTv.com, and basically become a member, send a request to be in the private Facebook group. I'll confirm your email, and we post a lot of behind the scenes stuff in there. We go live, we talk about stuff. People, they knew about the 2G Eclipse, they knew about the 350Z.
Yeah.
They've known about a lot of stuff.
Kind of more behind the scenes type stuff. So.
They know what happened with Ty and why he left. You know, I mean, everything has been in the VIP group.
Yeah.
So again, and I'd say one of the biggest things is that just helps support me and the channel, and kind of moving forward, so that way we don't have to just like fire these giveaways off down your throat all the time. Basically, I just like to get VIP members, give back a lot of value to you guys. And if you guys don't want to be a VIP member, you head over to MotionAutoTv. Same thing, if you spend $1, you get an entry for a chance to win. So if you buy a key tag, it's $15. You get 15 entries. But if you're a VIP member, you would have got 150 entries for that same thing. So again, the huge push is to try to get a lot of people on the VIP. As of right now, I think we have 370 members or something. The goal is a little over 1,000. I think 1,000's a nice sustainable number, to kind of give us enough, you know, money playing around, give you guys some cool products every month, but then also be able to do, you know, more exclusive giveaways and stuff on that platform. But ultimately right now, as you guys know, I have a lot of things on my plate. I just want to clean house. I want to kind of start fresh. Yeah. And I think it'll be good for me. I think it'll be good for the channel. I think you guys will be stoked. And again, it'll make for some cool videos over this next month and a half of just kind of going through these cars and doing some stuff with them to kind of get them kind of up to par. We're not going to go and spend like $5 grand on it, because the value of these cars is like $4,900. Which keeps like the rolls and everything cheap. So we're not going to spend like a ton of money on it. So the C10 really probably isn't going to get any more money put into it. Some of the other cars might get like coilovers or you know, things like that kind of installed on them.
They need.
But yeah, pretty much what we want to do is we want to hear from you guys. What do you think? What would you like to see us do? What one do you want to see us work on first? I think like the LS Mustang would be kind of simple. Pull it in, throw the tubular cross member on it. Maybe throw like a coat of black primer or something on it, fix a couple of dents, so that way that
4.8 in it. And
put the 4.8 in it, put the transmission in it, so it's like out of the way. So it's like if somebody wants to pick it, they could come get it. And you know, again, that clears out the space around the shop. As you look at this is ridiculous. Like there's just piles of parts. There's, what is that? That's a 2J auto tranny, a Mustang diff, a ZF transmission, a K24, like a 1UZ block,
the Lancer wagon motor.
A K20, K24,
what is that, the Saab?
It's ridiculous how much stuff I have. So again, in the name of downsizing, we're gonna try to get rid of these cars. And again, we're gonna be selling 7 of them. If you guys come out on January 15th, you'll be able to check out the cars in person. There'll be a for sale sign, so bring cash, bring a trailer, I'm gonna be selling super parts. We got hoods, we got exhaust, we have diffs, we have
240 parts,
tires, we have suspension, we have dirt bikes, like we have engine stands like falling out of our butts, like we have bumpers, like we have
F250 parts and stuff.
I've debated on selling the lifts and like the tire machine to get like new stuff. We got like extra toolboxes and stuff. We got a pile of intercooler piping and couplers, and you know, it's just one of those things, like almost start fresh. You know, like I think
that's what we need. That's the point in which we're at right now, is almost we have no choice but to do so. So
I mean,
kind of,
I could continue to bury myself under
but
stuff,
it's not
but
gonna,
that's not what I want to do.
Yeah, we're not going to further our agenda by continuing doing what we've been doing.
So, yep. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer them. And again, huge appreciation, huge How do I say that?
Much appreciation.
Yeah. No.
No.
Our appreciatory door is wide open.
So like
We appreciate it.
and it's only for you guys, especially the
Thanks.
VIPs. Like, so we have a door, and behind it, that door is appreciation, and we're leaving that door open for you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciatory door is wide open for you.
Basically, just trying to say I appreciate you guys
thank you.
for the support, and those of you guys who've been here as the VIPs for like 6 or so months. I hope that this gives you a chance to kind of get something back from me, get some entertainment, and I think that's it. We'll see you guys later.